Who Never Gave Up. Stephen Curry, The Children's Book by Anthony Curcio. After dinner one night, a boy sat down to do his homework. He just sat there, staring at the table, daydreaming. "Mom, do you think I could play in the NBA like Dad?" The boy's mother looked at him with a smile and said, "If you practice enough, I think anything is possible. But for now, you need to finish your homework." When the boy finished his homework, he went outside and did what he always did. He played basketball. The boy played other sports too, but he loved basketball. Basketball was the only sport that really made him dream. The small boy dreamed of one day playing in the NBA. Starting at guard, number 30, Stephen Curry! Yeah! Ooh! Ah! Stephen yelled in his best crowd screaming voice. The problem was, Stephen was too small and too short. All the kids at school just knew that he was too little for the NBA, except for Stephen, of course. "One day, I'm going to play in the NBA just like my dad. That's me. I look forward to going to the NBA when I get older, and I would like to get my college education," he wrote at age 13. Ha 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 ha! The other kids at school laughed. "There's no way that you'll play in the NBA like your dad. He is big and strong, and you're small and weak." Despite his size, little Stephen kept playing. He became very skilled at dribbling and passing, but because the hoop was so high and he was so short, it was difficult for Stephen to shoot the ball when he was guarded closely. Stephen was only 5 feet 6 inches tall and 125 pounds as a sophomore in high school. Because he was smaller, Stephen had to work harder and practice more. One day, Stephen's dad was watching him shoot baskets outside. He noticed how hard Stephen tried to always get better. "Son, you have more heart and determination than any other player I have seen. I know you are smaller than the other players, so I want to teach you something that will help. The other kids may be taller, but if you bring up your shot and learn to shoot faster, they won't be able to stop you." Stephen did what he always did. He practiced. It wasn't easy changing the way he shot, but he kept working every day on what his dad had taught him. Although it wasn't work to Stephen, because he loved basketball, when he practiced, he still dreamed of playing in the NBA. "Starting at guard, number 30, Stephen Curry!" The following year, all of Stephen's hard work was showing on the court. His dad was right. The other players weren't able to stop him. Stephen led his high school team to 3 conference titles, earning himself several honors, including being voted one of the best players in the state. Stephen graduated from high school and was thinking about where he wanted to go to college. He only wanted to go to one school, Virginia Tech, where his dad had played. Stephen knew he could play there too. All he needed was for them to give him a chance. But they didn't. Virginia Tech and many other schools didn't think Stephen would play on their teams. They thought he was just too small and not strong enough. Except one coach at one small college. His name was Bob, and he was the coach at Davidson College. Coach Bob saw what no one else could see. "Wait until you see Stephen Curry," is what he told everyone. Stephen Curry could not be stopped. He led his team past schools that were 10 times the size of Davidson College, all the way to the Elite Eight. Coach Bob was right. Wait until you see Stephen play. Stephen broke many records and won several awards. He even led the entire country in points scored per game. People who watched Stephen play in college started to see what Coach Bob could see. Many were beginning to believe what Stephen always believed about himself. But there were still many who said Stephen was just too small to play in the NBA. They said he got lucky, that he wasn't strong enough, that he wasn't good enough. They just kept talking and talking, but Stephen didn't listen. He was too busy winning the NBA's Most Valuable Player award twice, leading the league in scoring and steals, his team to the NBA championships, and pretty much breaking every three-point record that would ever existed. What did you say? I can't hear you. What? I still can't hear you. Look at these stats. His senior year, 28.6 points a game. This was the boy who they all thought was too small. Stephen was told he was too short in high school, too weak for college, and not good enough to play in the NBA. He has proven that never giving up is more important than being the biggest, the tallest, or even the strongest. But most importantly, Stephen Curry has proven that dreams come true. Never give up.